Welcome to Unstoppable. I'm Ethan Jaw. And as spring rounds the corner, we're here to bring you everything that you need to know from the world of sports. March Madness is underway, and our panelists have built what might be the perfect bracket, breaking down the matchups, the upsets, and the key picks that could define this year's tournament. Over in Formula One, the season has officially kicked off, and each analyst will be ranking the 2026 teams and their liveries to see which designs stand out from the grid. And on the diamond, with the World Baseball Classic wrapping up and opening day approaching, our panel dives into the MLB's top storylines while debating how the World Baseball Classic could impact the season ahead. Plus, you won't want to miss our trip to the streets of DC, where we quiz Capital fans on their knowledge to see if they are truly loyal or just along for the ride. And we were on the ground at the GW Gymnastics meet, with full courtside access and an exclusive interview with the head coach. All that and more on Unstoppable.
Welcome back to Unstoppable. I'm Mark Achkar. March is here, which can mean only one thing, March Madness. I'm joined by Bryce, Josh, and Alden as we break down the bracket and give our picks for the biggest games. So fellas, we're one day into the games. Thoughts on the tournament so far, real quick?
I think it's been great. There's been a few upsets, and it's been a really enjoyable tournament so far. I'm excited to see some more.
Yes.
I have to say all my picks have mostly done well. Only 2 wrong so far, so I think it's going to be a great
we all wish we could beat you all day.
That's
BYU's
right.
killed my
I know.
bracket.
So what we're going to do for you guys today is that we each have a portion of the bracket, and we're going to run through our picks, and then we're going to decide the Final Four and eventually the champion. So, Bryce, you want to start us off?
Sure. So I've got the East region. This region has been extremely competitive, and it's going to continue to do so. So most of the matchups I want to talk about are later into the bracket. And first I want to talk about Duke and St. John's in a potential Sweet 16 matchup. After the Siena game yesterday, I really don't trust Duke to do anything, especially with their Caleb Foster injury. They have not looked as dominant as they have to begin the season. And I think St. John's, if they can pull out a good defensive performance like Rick Pitino has been known to bring out of his teams, I think they can really pull off an upset. Second is a UConn versus Michigan State matchup, also in the Sweet 16. Michigan State, not known for their shooting, but if they can keep a decent percentage, I think that their dominant interior presence can really outmatch UConn, as they don't have the bigs that can compete with the Michigan State front court. And finally, a St. John's Michigan State matchup, which I don't think anyone else has on their bracket for the Elite Eight. I think that even with Michigan State's dominant front court and their 2 bigs, I think St. John's can pull together a perimeter defense from Rick Pitino that's good enough to stop Michigan State's lack of shooting, and I think they can definitely outgun them, even if Michigan State performs well despite any of their defense.
Yeah, I don't hate it. Would you say this is the most competitive portion of the bracket, the East region?
Easily. This is easily the most competitive. There's multiple teams on here that could be 1 seeds in other divisions, especially UConn, even though I have them losing.
Fair enough.
That's a big one.
Let's move on to Josh.
All right. The South. It's a fascinating region. We have some great matchups, and I will say these picks are made up based off of one incredible statistic, which is record against top 25 teams. And this statistic has performed historically very well in March Madness, and it not only is a statistic of performance, but it shows how teams have performed throughout the season under the bright lights. So we'll get started. Last night, we had an upset with VCU over UNC, which was huge, and they really showed out and overperformed. But Illinois came up with a 30-plus point win over UPenn, and I think that they will take that matchup, especially based off of their past performance throughout the season. Vanderbilt and Florida is another huge matchup. In the SEC tournament, Vanderbilt beat Florida by 17, but Florida has performed fantastically throughout the season, and they have proven themselves as being a top team in March Madness. So I believe Florida will come out with the win there. And then in the Elite Eight, we have Florida v. Houston, a finals rematch. Both teams are not what they were last year, but I believe Florida is more capable of making it to the Final Four and showing success in the South.
Thank you, Josh.
Wow. Well, it's time for the West region. Despite being named the West region, right, it's not actually teams in the West, right? We have a bunch of teams from the East Coast, Wisconsin, Texas, Miami, a bunch of these squads. So first one I want to highlight is that Wisconsin versus High Point matchup. Took place yesterday. Hate to say I predicted it, guys, but I did. I had High Point winning. Some people might call it not a real school, but they did deliver a performance. And they also have a women's team in the tournament, which you can't say about
They're known
every
for
team.
their elite dining, High Point.
Yeah, elite, that's right.
They
So I had
transfer onto the basketball court.
Had them over Wisconsin in that one. Also want to focus on Arkansas, Arizona a little bit later on, and also that Arkansas High Point. I think that would be kind of a clear win for Arkansas. Arkansas has been a great team so far. They really dominated in the SEC tournament. And as well, the Fanatics guy has said that that's the most bet-on team right now in March Madness because people don't really want to pick Duke.
Thoughts on Darius Acuff? I mean, wow, what a run he's having. SEC tournament, averaged almost 30 points a game, and now he's popping off in the tournament. You think he could go far?
26 points per game on the year. He's getting like seven rebounds. I think they can go far. They have the potential. Arkansas has really been showing out. But give me the Boilermakers to make it out of the West region. Yes, Arizona is good, but they always seem to find a way to choke the past few years.
And Purdue doesn't?
I mean, yes, they do as well. But I think they really performed in that Big Ten tournament against Michigan. Michigan just looked lost, and Purdue just kept hammering on, led by Braden Smith. They really just kind of cooked up. I think Purdue will make it out of the West region and really kind of deliver a performance for all of us out of this great side of the
All right, sounds good, Alden. You seem pretty confident. We'll see how your picks age.
I mean, I am.
And finally, on to me, the Midwest, my favorite portion of the bracket, and that's no bias. It's definitely true. Let's see some of the matchups. The first matchup I want to point out, my Cinderella team for March, the Akron Zips, the MAC, a two-bid conference for the first time since, I believe, the 1990s. And you see their matchups, Texas Tech and Alabama I have here. Both of them are missing key players. Texas Tech without JT Toppin, and Alabama with Aiden Holloway dealing with some off-the-court issues. So I believe the Akrons will zip into the Sweet 16. My second matchup I have for you is Virginia versus Iowa State. Both of these teams can be dark horses in this tournament, led by great guard play and elite bigs in size. Iowa State has the best shooter in the entire country, but I believe that Virginia, well coached by Ryan Odom, the same coach who beat Virginia in 2018, the first 16v1 upset, will advance into the Elite Eight. And my final matchup I have for you is Michigan versus Virginia, two powerhouses in this tournament. But I believe that Michigan will pull off the Final Four berth. They have so much size. Ade Mora, 7'4". They just out-rebound teams and they overpower teams. So I believe that Michigan will be in the Final Four.
Do you think they really have the team chemistry, though, the camaraderie?
Michigan, 100%. They're one of the best built teams in the country. So, guys, let's head over here. Let's make our Final Four picks and pick a champion. You can start off first, Alden and I. Purdue versus Michigan. What are you thinking here?
I want to say Purdue on this one, and I think I'll go Michigan on this one. I think Purdue has been great all season long, and Purdue did beat Michigan right in the Big Ten tournament.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, not going to happen.
It's really hard to beat a team.
The issue with Purdue is that I feel like they don't have like an elite scorer. Braden Smith averages only 14 points a game, and Michigan are too well-rounded. They have a great facilitator in Ellie Cadeau, so I have Michigan moving on to the championship. How about you guys? Your matchup?
As much as I want to say St. John's beats Florida, I think it'd be a great story. I don't think it happens. St. John's, they just cannot match the front court depth that Florida has. So for that reason, I think I have to pick Florida to make it to the finals.
Josh, you concur?
Yeah. Florida's performance throughout the season has been really fantastic compared to St. John's. St. John's has had a great couple of years, but I think that their journey will end here.
All right, so we have a final matchup of Florida versus Michigan. We have a reputation to maintain here at Unstoppable. We picked Indiana for the college football playoffs, so let's hope we could go 2 for 2. I'm going to start first. I have Michigan. How
I
about
also have Michigan as well. I think they're just the team to do it this year. They've looked really great all season long. From the beginning of play till now, they still look strong. They have a bunch of new guys they got in the offseason, are all kind of building together, working
Transfer
well
portal,
together.
they're very good at the Dusty May, FAU, transferring himself to Michigan, and then finally getting all those players.
Yeah.
I've got Florida. I don't think the offense of Michigan can beat the really heavy-handed defense of Florida, and so for that reason, I have them as the national champions. And it looks you guys both pick Michigan. If he picks Michigan, I kind of hope you guys go 1 for 2.
Michigan is 9-2 against top 25 teams this season. Enough said. They're winning over Florida.
All right, so as a collective, we have Michigan. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We'll see if we uphold the perfect bracket, but it's very hard.
I think we will. Yeah. It's pretty clear.
So now for the latest in gymnastics, we turn over to Taryn. Taryn?
Thanks, Mark. Today, GW Gymnastics is home for a quad meet against Fisk, Towson University, and Eastern Michigan. Not only is GW facing off 3 tough opponents, but the meet holds a deeper meaning for the team. GW hosted their 2nd annual Riptide Current Awareness Meet in honor of late GW Gymnastics alumni Alex Demora. Head coach Stephanie Worrell shared with us what this meet means to the program.
So we're really proud to be honoring Alex Demora with leotard designs and being able to wear them at home and really spread awareness about the Rip Current. Safety is something that we hold really dear to our hearts here. So it was a beautiful meet to be able to celebrate her, wear her new design. You feel her here, and you know that you're keeping her memory strong and alive.
The Revs had an impressive showing, boasting a score of 194.85. Despite finishing 3rd overall behind the Towson University Tigers and Eastern Michigan Eagles, the team earned a season-high score and defeated the Fisk University Bulldogs.
So love that we had a season high today. I feel like they're starting to dial in on the details, and that's where we're going to see more of these 9-8 scores. So I'm good with that. Like, let's ramp up for another championship here. It's anyone's game on that day, and I love that part of our sport.
Leading the way for GW, senior standout Deanna Shiramata captured the all-around title with a score of 39.225. Shiramata also tied for first on floor with a 9.9 and set a career high on bars with a score of 9.85. Sophomore Lola Montevago also had a strong showing, scoring a 9.8 or higher on vault, bars, and beam, and earning a 2nd place finish on 2 of those events. Freshman Aspen Tucker set 2 personal bests, scoring a 9.825 on floor and a 9.75 on beam. Junior Sophia Tyre-Yar contributed to the team score by setting a personal season high mark on bars with a score of 9.75. Next up, GW has their sights set on the Eagle Conference Championships on March 21st, hosted by LIU. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Taryn. I'm joined by Matt, Sarah, and Tia as we take a look at the start of the new Formula One season. It's been a hiatus, almost like, what is it, over a year now?
Almost a year and a half.
Yeah, well, under new management, we're good to go for F1.
I'm so excited. Here's the thing, I was never part of the show when F1 was a thing, so now I get the chance to experience it. I'm really happy to be here with you guys. It's gonna be fun.
We were the OGs. We're super excited to be back, and we're happy to have you with us.
Yeah, I mean, happy to join by all of you. So we're 2 races in so far in the F1 Grand Prix season, and we'll be doing a little tier list for you today. I'll be picking out of this helmet, and we'll be ranking the teams based on both, I guess, performance and also the way their car looks.
The rankings are going to be based on the liveries, on the car looks. Now, we're going to be talking about how the teams are doing, how the drivers are doing, but at the end of the day, what you see on the screen is how we think and the objective ranking of all the liveries.
All right, sounds good. Tia, you want to make your way up?
Yep. I'm ready.
All right, the first team I have for you is Red Bull.
Ooh, okay. So let's talk about performance for Red Bull so far, right? We've seen Red Bull domination in the past. The 2023 season was insane. We saw full domination from Max Verstappen with, I think, only 2-3 wins that were not Max Verstappen himself, which was insane to see. And then we also saw him win in 2024. Now in 2025, we did see a little fallback from Max Verstappen, and we also know that there's this thing called the second seat curse at Red Bull. So all these second drivers have not been doing as good as Max Verstappen. However, this year, they have been doing horribly, completely horribly compared to their past performance. They have changed their engine, and that is clearly being reflected in their performance.
I didn't know it was possible to break Max Verstappen.
I mean,
Correct.
we have Gasly above Verstappen in the rankings right now. Like what? Like
He's looking human for the first time ever. Like,
I mean, it's a little brutal.
He has lost all hope, and so have I. However, the livery itself is looking really nice. We were talking about this before. I really like how they added back the white outline for the lettering. I really like it. However, I do think it looks pretty similar to the past cars, so I'm going to give it a solid C.
all right. Moving on. Sarah, or yeah, we'll go Sarah. Your team will be Ferrari. Okay, we're going big boys early here.
Wow.
Thank you. I don't even gotta say anything. That's immediately going up into the S tier. Not only are we bringing back the classic Ferrari red, but we're also adding in that little splash of white to make it pop. Have a lot of good contrast. Seeing that, come on, Tia. You gotta admit, seeing it live, zip past you, it's a beautiful, beautiful car. And also, they're one of the only teams that's actually seeming to fight and be able to stand up to Mercedes. So.
They're giving us a good performance, I can't lie. And I love Ferrari. However, I have to quote it. Splash of yogurt.
Splash of yogurt.
I have to say it. I have to say it.
I don't know.
Like, there's nothing
Personally,
else I can
I
say.
think it looks great. I think the mix of it is. I agree with Sarah. So
Thank
we're
you,
going
Mark.
2v2.
Got
Whatever
some
makes you
support.
happy.
All
Whatever
right.
makes
So
you
we'll go to
happy,
Matt.
Mark.
Let's move on to
All
Matt.
right, let's get it.
Matt's next team is, my favorite, Williams.
Oh, Williams. Now, here's the thing about Williams. Mr. Smooth Operator himself, my king, Mr. Carlos Sainz. And here's the thing, I love Williams. I want Williams to do well. They suck.
No.
But just objectively, this year they've performed horribly. And I know Mark doesn't like to hear that. 'Cause he likes
W
to
for
block out
Williams.
he likes to block out the truth. He likes to put himself in this little comfortable bubble. At the end of the day, we all have to accept it. But when we look at the Williams car, I love this thing. The blue, the white, the contrasting shades. Seeing that thing zip by on the track is absolutely gorgeous. Is it S tier? No, absolutely not. But in my mind, the Williams car is getting an A tier.
Lovely.
Love
is-
that thing.
I think that's a crazy take.
Honestly, I think so too.
And I
really
think you
like
guys
a
are
battery.
crazy. I think you guys are crazy.
You think a battery is what's the peak of design?
Do you guys think the batteries look bad? I mean, look,
Yes.
think about it. With the new power limits, you're what, 50% engine, 50% battery now?
And how well are they doing with that power unit, with that energy?
Well,
It doesn't
you know
seem
what?
like they're using it very well.
And yet it looks good. And at the end
Well,
of the day,
Matt
we're
made his
ranking
decision.
looks.
It's A tier, so we have a
end
lot of
of
teams
the
to go
day.
left. So Tia, do you want to make your
Let's
way up?
go. I'm ready.
Your next team is Cadillac, a new addition on the grid this year.
Okay. Cadillac, performance-wise, they're a little disappointing. I think we can all agree we were hoping to see a little better, but they are a new team, so we're not completely surprised. And I will say, their livery has got to be probably one of my favorite cars. They look so clean. The color is gorgeous.
And there's no more iconic way to reveal a livery than in Times Square.
In Times Square, correct. So I think I'm going to have to take the second A.
Oh wow. Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
I think we're in agreement.
I think this
Honestly-
that's a pretty
yeah.
non-controversial.
All right, Sarah, make her up.
See how I-
Keep in mind, only 2 can go for each tier, so
Yes.
Ooh,
it's like
yeah.
it's kind of like blind rankings at this.
I know.
This is
Yeah.
true. This is true.
Genuinely, I
Your
might
next
get
one is
stuck.
McLaren,
Ooh.
Sarah.
Okay. Let's see. Gotta do the strategically.
You know what you have to do.
You have to
You
do
know
it
what you
right.
have to do.
You know what you have to do.
No.
I'm getting
no.
2 very different vibes.
You
from
know what
two-
you have
know
to do.
what you have to
You
do.
went to
McLaren-
Australia with someone and it was not Matt.
If you look at the nails of
so I'm
someone
gonna
on the
say,
desk,
I'm gonna say,
there's a little bias.
And what about it?
Wow. Wow.
Whoa.
The iconic
orange of
McLaren.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say.
I've never been
This is
happier.
outrageous.
Okay, the only reason I'm saying this and putting it here is because, honestly, it's kind of rinse repeat. They've done it before. They've been having this block pattern for the past like 3 years, and we've seen a lot of teams take some risks this year.
Sarah,
with their
if it
livery.
ain't broke, don't fix it. That's
Thank
what's
you.
broke.
It is
Thank
broke.
you.
It
It
looks
was
like
not
crap.
broke. It's broken now. It's broken now.
I mean, this is the year
Wait,
to
was
take
it?
risk. It's 2026. We have new regulations. We have new rules. People are being bold. It is a new sport, basically.
You're the world champ team.
Exactly.
Come on.
You gotta be a little brave here, and they're not. So I had to put them down there.
All right,
Apologize.
thank you, Sarah. Over to Matt. Matt's next team is Haas.
Haas. Okay, now, here's the thing about Haas. Another one of those midfield teams, not necessarily doing incredible this year. Let's be for real.
Ollie Behrman, though.
Ollie Behrman.
Best
Ollie
driver on
pretty
the grid.
good.
Best
There you
driver on the
go.
grid.
That's a take.
Yes.
That's a take. Ollie Behrman's a very good driver. I
Considering
like
what he's got, he's going to go to a top-tier team very, very
100%.
soon.
I
Oh,
absolutely.
100%.
He's got a future going. Once they develop him up a bit, he's going to do that. Guarantee you we're not going to see another Itkenberg situation where he just
Itkenberg.
sits on a mid-low field team the entire time. But end of the day, the car's butt ugly. I'm gonna be for real.
right.
It looks horrible. I'm sorry. That's an
Wow.
F-tier car for me.
All right.
Genuinely just splotchy, gross, bad.
All right.
Bad.
Wow.
Thank you, Matt. Over to Tia. We're going to try to do more
Okay.
rapid fire now for the second half.
Let's go.
Mercedes, real quick.
Mercedes.
Oh,
Performance,
Mercedes.
incredible. What have you done to your car? What have you done to your engine? There is a reason that you're not showing us. I love the way the liveries look. I'm going to have to give it the other S tier. I can't lie.
Wow. All right. Sarah, Alpine for you.
Alpine, you know what? Honestly, I love the pink. It's iconic, and it will stay iconic until the end of time.
All right. Matt,
Yeah.
Racing Bulls.
Racing Bulls.
New team.
The Red Bull secondary team. Gotta love it. I almost want to put them on C tier with Red Bull, except I think the car looks like absolute crap. So we're gonna rock E tier, just like Haas. You giving me two of almost the exact same car. The splotchy white pieces of crap.
And then
Thanks.
our wonderful host is going to have to do
Yes.
some
I will give it my
with
best
very
shot here.
little knowledge. So your
last two
first
teams.
choice
What do you mean? He's
is
an expert.
Aston Martin.
Wow.
Aston Martin. I love the green. I don't know. I mean, Aston Martin hasn't been the best this year, but just purely based off how the car looks, I'm going to slide it in B.
That's valid.
Okay. Like
And
that.
then
And
final
then
team,
last but
one
not
left.
least, Audi.
Audi. Not the biggest fan of like the red and the white. Kind of just like, it feels like you kind of made it in Photoshop in like 5 minutes and
Yeah.
then put it there. So I love Audi cars, but not the F1 car. So slide it in F.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Here we go.
It's a little harsh, but
He went straight for the F. We
yeah.
have other
Just-
places too.
Done.
win.
Yeah, well,
All the way down.
thank you everyone. It was actually a pleasure to do F1 for
I'm
my
so
first
glad
time
it's
ever.
back.
So happy.
Yeah, now we turn over to Ashley for the rundown. Ashley?
Thanks, Mark. Women's lacrosse had their alumni day this week and took down LaSalle 17-3 in the process. Senior Grace Curry scored 4 to pass the 100-point milestone, and senior Parker Cran scored her first ever goal for the Revs as a 4-year defender. Up next for the Revs is a match against St. Joseph's later this week. Gymnastics closed their regular season out at the Smith Center with Senior Day. Notable performances from the meet came from sophomore Lola Montevago, scoring 9.9 on bars and winning the competition, and freshman Alexia Zacharian matching her career best 9.8 on vault. The Revs will next compete in the Eagle Championship at LIU. Baseball secured their first A10 series win of the season over Rhode Island this week, despite losing the final game of the series 2-7. The Revs also honored program legend Hank Bunnell by retiring his jersey, the first alumnus in program history to do so. The team will next take on James Madison later this week. Coming up for GW Athletics, Swim and Dive is taking 3 athletes to the NCAA championships this week. Senior Olivia Paquette will be the first diver at the meet for GW since 2005. Sophomore Holden Thomas will compete in the 100-yard backstroke, and senior Ava Topolewski will race the 1650 freestyle. And men's and women's basketball have accepted invites to the NIT tournament. The men take on Utah Valley tomorrow night in Utah, and the women will tip off against Bradley in the Smith Center this Thursday. Back to you.
Thank you, Ashley. Now shifting to the diamond, I'm joined by Henry, Anthony, and my co-host Jonah as we break down the start of the baseball season. It's March, which means the World Baseball Classic just wrapped up and the MLB season is starting soon.
What a World Baseball Classic, guys. I mean, personally, I was happy to see Venezuela win. I thought the
the passion was unmatched. I mean, USA didn't have any passion like that. What do you guys think?
I certainly agree with that. Venezuela just wanted it more. I mean, what an indictment on the U.S. for not pitching Mason Miller in a tie game in the 9th inning. Venezuela, very happy for them. They certainly deserve it.
Yeah, I mean, super surprising. Neither the U.S. or the DR won the World Baseball Classic, which was something that before the tournament started we thought was a guarantee. So seeing Venezuela win was great. The passion, as you guys, I concur. It kind of reminds me of the World Cup. So I'm really happy with the tournament. Yeah, so the baseball season is starting up soon. So just a really quick question. Do you worry about the World Baseball Classic starting right before the season in terms of like wear and tear on the players?
No, I personally I don't, because we see they limit the starters to just 70 or 80 pitches. It's just spring training in many ways. The load is really fine. 15 at-bats, 10 innings at most. I think it's a good tune-up for the season.
I agree. I think it's absolutely a way to hit the ground running. I think a lot of people don't really take spring training too seriously when they watch, but the World Baseball Classic's a little exciting, gets everyone ready for the season, makes some headlines, and I think it leaves some players like Vlad Jr. or Shohei hungry for the season, and really, brings out that fierceness in a lot of teams.
Yeah, I think the World Baseball Classic definitely suffers a little bit from being at the beginning of the season. The Mason Miller pitch count, Terry Skubal sitting out, that was definitely something that brought Team USA down a little bit. How to fix it, I'm not sure. I mean, these teams have a short leash on their players, so definitely takes the tournament down a little bit. But hey, you get great moments like Venezuela winning, the pitcher crying right before he throws the last pitch. I mean, unmatched energy down in Miami.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great tournament, but now we're heading into the MLB season, so you guys have some teams to watch. Anthony, start with you. Who do you think is the team to watch in this MLB season?
The team to watch is going to be the Detroit Tigers. They kind of have the best of both worlds right now. They have some players that have had good seasons, and they also have some players that have a lot of potential and upside that haven't debuted yet. You look at players like Spencer Torkelson, Riley Green, both players that have had great seasons. They're in their mid-20s. They have Colt Keith, Dylan Dingler, just a lot of players that are great defensive players.
But is that enough to win the AL Central this year, Anthony?
I think it is. They don't have any superstar players like Aaron Judge, but their whole lineup is filled with people who can hit. And I think they're going to be one of those teams that can continue to hit and continue to hit. You have Max Clark coming up. You have McCongle. Just a bunch of players that can come up and.
What about their rotation? Thoughts on their pitching rotation?
Thoughts on their pitching rotation? Well, they have the best pitcher in the AL.
Could win another Cy Young.
We'll get to that.
He could. We have Framber Valdez, the best lefty-lefty punch in the league, in my opinion. You have Justin Verlander for some experience. I mean, what's not to like about this rotation? It's great. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Anthony. Over to you, Jonah. Who's your team to watch?
My team to watch this year is got to be the Mets. I mean, David Stern's pivot after not getting Kyle Tucker in free agency was one of the most complete team revamps that we've seen this year. I mean, we've got Jorge Polanco, we've got Semien in second base, we've got Bo Bichette now, we've got Luis Robert from the White Sox. I mean, the Mets have filled a lot of the holes. In the bullpen, they got Luke Weaver from the Yankees, they got Devin Williams, they got Craig Kimbrell too. And I haven't even mentioned their stars, Francisco Lindor, Juan Soto. I mean, the Mets are looking like a team to beat.
Well, what do you think their ceiling is this season?
I mean, the Mets' ceiling is always like the season a couple years ago when they won over 100 games. Steve Cohen, when he bought the team, he said 3 years, they want to run back 1986. It's been now 6 years. He's hungry. I think the Mets definitely are in position to make a strong run in the NL East, which is going to be a loaded division.
Yeah,
they've got plenty of playoff experience. I mean, this is the Mets that we've been waiting for.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Henry, who's your team to watch?
My team to watch, how about the Pittsburgh Pirates? They went out this offseason and they acquired some new power. The new additions of Ryan O'Hearn, Marcell Ozuna, and Brandon Lau hit about 70 home runs together last season. That's 20 more than the leading 3 Pirates in 2025. They've also added to their pitching staff. They've got Bubba Chandler and they've got Braxton Ashcraft, and of course the reigning Cy Young, Paul Skeens. I think last year they were 30th in runs scored, home runs, and OPS. If that just gets to 15th, this rotation can carry this team a long way and probably into the playoffs. And of course, the wild card, the #1 prospect in baseball, Connor Griffin. Whether he comes up opening day or not, he's going to have a huge impact on this team this year.
Yeah, seems like a lot of things are kind of coalescing for the Pirates right now.
Exactly.
Do you see
they have
them
a window.
a dark horse wild card right now?
A dark horse wild card, certainly with the talent they've got with Paul Skeens and Connor Griffin. These next few years are going to be a window for them while those guys are still in arbitration.
Perfect. All right, so up next we've got award predictions. Henry, take it away with your AL MVP.
Yeah, AL MVP, I've got none other than the Blue Jays' own Vlad Guerrero Jr. Last year in the postseason, in 18 games, he hit .397 with 8 home runs. That's just an insane pace. If he can keep that going, even half of that, he can be the leading hitter in the American League, and he will then win MVP.
Yeah, I mean, he's hungry after that World Series loss.
Yes, he certainly deserved it.
All right, Mark, take it away with your AL Cy Young winner.
Yes, my AL Cy Young winner will be Garrett Crochet from the White Sox. This guy is an elite pitcher. Not to mention, he added a splitter this year over the summer at Vanderbilt. This guy leaded the league in strikeouts and innings pitched. The best ability is availability, and Garrett Crochet will get it done.
Over in the NL now for Cy Young, I'm going to take another dark horse candidate, Logan Webb. All it's going to take is one slip up for Paul Skeens. Logan Webb's going to be right on his heels. I mean, Logan Webb has one of the best ground ball rates, over 200 innings, over 200 strikeouts. Logan Webb is one of the best pitchers in baseball. You might not think about him when you think of premier NL starting pitcher talent, but man, in the 2020s, I'd say Logan Webb's a top 5 pitcher so far. It's just a matter of time before he gets that elusive Cy Young. Anthony, let's take it over to you for your NL MVP.
I mean, speaking of dark horses, I kind of like this trend that we're going with, so I'm going to go with a little unknown player named Shohei Ohtani. I mean, what's not to say? He hasn't lost anything other than the WBC in like 2 years, so he's going to be hungry, just like Vlad, but it's going to be a different type of hunger to get back in the win column in championships, and I think the Dodgers might three-peat, might win MVP.
And how many innings do you expect Shohei Ohtani to pitch?
He could pitch 0 innings, and I think he could still win MVP.
I mean, we saw that in 2024.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think Shohei, he's such a unique player, but you need to find the right balance of him pitching versus him hitting. But I think the Dodgers have done a really good job of doing that, and I think they will in the future.
All right, real quick, who do you guys think is going to win the World Series?
Oh, on the spot, we're gonna go with the Orioles, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Orioles?
I'll take the Dodgers. I mean, they haven't given me a reason not to pick them, so it is the obvious pick, but I do think it is the correct pick.
I'm a Rockies fan. I hate the Dodgers, but I got to say it's going to LA.
I have to take the Yankees. I have to. It's my team. I have to trust. They've done nothing over the offseason, but
another delusional Yankees fan. That's just
You're
how
a
to
Rockies
start the
fan, so
season.
we don't have to talk about who we're fans of.
Hey. Well, it looks like it's shaping up to be an exciting MLB season, which kicks off opening day next Wednesday when the Yankees travel to San Francisco, followed by 11 games on Thursday and the remaining 3 games on Friday. Tune in to watch your favorite teams and players begin their quest to win some hardware. Let's pass it out to Brick and Eddie, who quizzed Capitals fans outside Capital One.
Thanks, Jonah. We're here at Capital One Arena. We'll be asking some fans some questions to see if they know their home team.
Yeah, we're going to play a fun game called Fan or Fraud.
All right, so how long have you been a Capitals fan for?
48 years.
Very nice. All right, so we're going to start 5 questions. We'll start off easy. We'll get a little harder as we go on, all right?
Okay.
So, first one, who's the longest tenured captain of Capitals history?
Ovechkin.
Right you are. All right, second question, who are the 2 leading scorers? You have to name one. They're tied this season.
Tom Wilson. I think Ovechkin's still there.
Well done. There you go, 2 for 2. All right, now we're going to go number 3. A little bit harder here.
Okay.
Where did Ryan Leonard go to college?
Oh, yeah, Boston College.
Very good, BC. 3 for 3, you're on a roll here. Could you tell me when the Capitals' inaugural season was?
1974.
Well done. All right, last question for all the marbles here. Can you tell me the first player to have his jersey retired in Capitals history?
Yes, Ivan LeBray.
Very well done. How long have you been a Capitals fan?
I've been a Capitals fan for about 2 years, really just my college life. I followed hockey very loosely before then, but moving to the city, being able to join in on the Ovechkin goal chase really got me involved.
Okay, so do you think you know what you're doing, though, when it comes to the history?
I would say I do. I'm a big believer in his history major, actually, and I pride myself in every form of history, sports included.
All right, well, let's hope you get a Let's hope you don't let us all down here. All right. Now, how many Caps players played in a medal game in this year's Olympics?
That would be 1, Tom Wilson.
2. You're also still wrong. It's 3.
Who's the third?
I don't know. Producers, throw this in, please. All right. That's all right. Hey, little jitters. Got to shake it off because we got a few more questions, all right?
All right.
Once you get to 3 wrongs, though, we're going to have to axe you if you can't.
Understandable.
Now, the Capitals won the Stanley Cup in 2018.
Yes.
Do you know who was in net?
Like who they were playing against?
No, who is the goaltender for the Caps when they
Braden
won?
Holtby was starting in goal.
Very good, very good. All right, redeeming yourself. Where did Ryan Leonard go to college?
Boston College.
Also correct. All right, who are the Capitals' AHL affiliate team?
I'm actually wearing their shirt right now. It's the Hershey Bears. And I can tell you that their ECHL affiliate are in Charleston, South Carolina, Carolina Stingrays.
Wow, you really went above and beyond there for us. All right, and now we're going to give you the last one. We're going to crank the difficulty up. Who was the first Capital to have his jersey retired?
Langway.
No, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for playing. But it was Yvonne Lebre.
Thanks.
All right.
I clearly need to up my ball knowledge. Thank you for having me,
Of
sir.
course. Well, that's going to do it here for us. I think we really separated who the fans from the frauds are. And some middle ground. Brick, what do you got to... It's back to you in the studio.
That's going to do it for this edition of Unstoppable.
Thank you for watching, and be sure to follow us on social media for more content and updates.
For everyone here at the studio, I'm Mark Achkar.
And I'm Jonah DiGiacomo.
We'll see you next time.